Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So, we are here for grade 8 math. So, we are working on the book Maths Make Sense grade 8. So, we're working on chapter 5. Chapter name is Percent Ratio and Rate. The lessons we're going to cover today are exploring rates and then comparing rates. I think they are 5.9 and 5.10, right? So, let's just start with the lesson. Here it is 5.9, that is exploring rates. Then we'll start 5.10. So, let's start with 5.9. Okay. Okay, let's start with discuss the idea. Okay, what is the difference between a rate and a unit rate? So basically, a rate compares some quantity to another quantity, no matter how much there is of each of them, right? That is a rate. Rate is a comparison between one quantity to another quantity, right? But the unit rate compares a quantity to exactly one unit of another quantity, right? Okay, how is ratio like a The next one is how is ratio like a rate? Okay, you have to see ratio and rate, how they are seen, right? A rate is like a ratio between two things with different unit, right? So if two things have different units, that means ratio is like a rate. When we learned about ratios, we were comparing things with same units. For example, 4 cups of sugar to 5 cups of water. They are two different things, right? But they are measuring in the same unit. 4 cups of sugar and 5 cups of water. With rates, we can compare things with different units such as 15 kilometer per 1 hour, right? Okay, the next one is look at the examples in Connect. Where is Connect? Okay, okay, we have, when we compare two things with two different units, we have a rate, right? Okay, so a rate can be expressed as a fraction, but it has a meaning of a unit rate. Right? We have five sandwiches for two people. So you can do five over two, five sandwiches over two people, right? Then you have oranges on sale for 1.49 for 12, right? So rate cannot be expressed as percents since they do not express one thing as a part of other, right? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. That is just some definitions and their related details. Let's just start with question examples. Okay, practice questions we're going to start with, right? Okay. The first question number 4 is express each unit rate using symbols. So you have to express using symbols. Morak typed 60 words in 1 minute. So you have to 60 words in 1 minute. 60 words in 1 minute. So you can write it as 60 words per minute, right? That means he can write 60 words in a minute. Okay, the next one is Peter swam 25 meter in 1 minute. So you can write 25 meter per minute. That means in 1 minute he can do 25 meters, right? Okay, the third one is Abdul read 20 pages in 1 hour. So 20 pages per hour, right? Okay, let's just start with the next question. The next question is express a unit rate. So you are given June cycled 30 kilometers in 2 hours. Basically, 30 kilometer he cycled in 2 hours. Unit rate is you have to calculate the distance he cycled in 1 hour, right? So 30 kilometer in 2 hour. Question number 5. 30 kilometer in 2 hours. Kilometer in 2 hours. You have to calculate the distance he did in 1 hour. So you have to do 30 over 2. 30 over 2 means 15 kilometer. That means in 1 kilometer he can do 15 kilometer per hour, right? Okay, the next one is a caribou traveled 20 kilometer in 30 minutes. So you have to calculate the unit rate. Unit rate means 1 hour. 30 minutes means half hour. So you have to do 12 kilometer in 30. 12 kilometer in 30 minutes. You have to calculate for 1 hour, right? So 30 plus 30 makes 60. That means you have to multiply the distance by 2. That would be 20 times 2 is 24 kilometer. That means in 1 hour he can do 24 kilometers, right? 24 kilometers per hour. Okay. Let's start with question number 6. Express as a unit rate. Alice delivered 220 flyers in 4 hours. Okay, Alice delivered 220 flyers in 4 hours. You have to calculate the unit rate, right? You have to calculate the flyers he divided in 1 hour, right? So 220 flyers in 4 hours. You have to calculate how many flyers he distributed in 1 hour, right? So just do 220 divided by 4, and 220 divided by 4 is 55 flyers per hour. That means in 1 hour he can distribute 55 flyers, right? Okay, the next one is Winston iced 90 cupcakes in 1.5 hours. You have to calculate for 1 hour, so just divide 90 by 5. Whenever you have to calculate the unit rate, you have to divide the given value, like 220 in 4 hours, so you have to divide 220 by 4. You will get the value of 1 hour, right? Okay, question 7 is which sentence uses ratios? Which sentence uses rates? How do you know? Okay, the car was traveling at 60 kilometer per hour. That is rate, right? You are given per hour, so that would be rate. Whenever you are something given 1 hour, that means that is the rate. Okay, the second one is Katie earns $8 per hour. Again, that is a rate. The punch has 3 cups of cranberry juice and 4 cups of ginger. That is the ratio, because you have two different things, ginger and cranberry, and you have 3 cups of cranberry and four. That would be the ratio. Because that is you compare two different ingredients, right? Okay, the D is the soccer team won 25 games and lost 15. That is again a ratio, right? Okay. Let's just start with question number 8. Find the unit rate. Okay, you have to do the same thing. You have to divide for A part 4.50 divided by 4, for B part 3 divided by 12, and for C, whenever you have to calculate a unit rate, you have to divide by the given values, right? Okay, let's just start with question number 9. Okay, in Lindsay has scored 15 goals in 10 lacrosse games this season. What is the unit rate of scoring? How many goals might Lindsay score in 35 games? What assumptions do you make? Okay, that's 15 goals in 10 lacrosse games. So divide 15 by 10. You will get the unit rate, right? For question number 9. 15 games in 10 what? I think 15 score in 10 games. 15 goals in 10 games. 15 goals in 10 games, right? So you have to divide 15 by 10. You will get the unit rate. That would be 1.5 goal per game. That means in one game he did 1.5 goal, right? Okay, the B part is okay. How much goals might Lindsay score in 35 games? What assumptions? Okay, you have to. This is in one game he can do 1.5 goal. You have to find how many goals he can do in 35 games. So you have the goal for one game. Just multiply 1.5 by 35. You will get the goals he can do in 35 games, right? So 1.5 times 35 is 52.5. That means in 35 games he can do 52.5 goals, right? The assumption we made is the goal is in every game it would be 1.5, right? That is the assumption. Okay. Okay, let's just start with question number 11, right? Okay. Ribbon costs 1.44 meter, 41.44 dollars for 3 meter. What is the cost per minute? That is, you have to calculate the unit price. For the B part, how much would 5 meter of ribbon cost? How much ribbon could you buy for $12? So let's just start with the first one. First, you have to get $1.44 for 3 meter. Question number 11, I think. 1.44 for 3 meter, right? You have to calculate the unit price for a part, right? So just divide 1.44 divided by 3. That is the cost of 1 meter. 1.44 divided by 3 is $0.48 per meter. That means if you have to buy a 1 meter ribbon, the cost is $0.48, right? If you have any question, you can just write down the question in the chat box. B is how much would 5 meter of ribbon cost? So you have the price of 1 meter. Just multiply it by the 5, right? So it would be 5 times 0.48. So it would be $2.40, right? Okay, the next one is how much ribbon could you buy for $12? Now you're given the amount that is $12, right? You need to see for $12 how much. So you have the cost of 1 meter. The 1 meter is 0.48. So just divide 0.12 by 0.48 and you will get, you have $12, divide 0.48. That means you will get 25 meters. If you have $12, you will get 25 meters of the ribbon, right? Okay. Okay, let's just do question number 14. Right? Each speed in meters per second. The sailfish is the fastest swimmer, reaching a speed of up to 109 kilometers per hour. So you are given the speed in kilometers per hour. You have to write it in meters per hour. So basically, that is a conversion from one unit to another, right? So kilometer is a bigger unit. Meter is a smaller unit. So that means you have to 109 kilometer per hour. You have to go to multiply because you're going from bigger unit to smaller unit. I think 13. 109 kilometer per hour. We know that in 1 kilometer you have 1000 meters, right? Kilometer is a bigger unit. So that means you have to do 109 times 1000. That means 109000 meters per hour. Okay, the next one is a bald eagle can fly Okay, in meters. Okay, you have to calculate speed in meters. Kilometer, that is 10900 in meters, right? You have to calculate the speed. You have to, in 1 hour you have, that is per hour. In 1 hour you have 60 minutes, so divide it by the 60, right? And you have 60 seconds, that is for the minutes and that is for the seconds, right? So when you divide, it would be, hold on, let me just do it. That is 30.2. That means the speed is 30.2 meters per second, because in the question you are given, you have to calculate the speed in meters per seconds, right? So that's why I divided by 60 times 60, because that is given in hours. So in 1 hour you have 60 minutes and 60 seconds, so I divided it by 3600, right? Okay, you have to do the B part exactly same like I did A, right? Okay, let's just start with question number 17. James and Lucinda came from England to Canada on a holiday. The rate of exchange for their money is $2.50 can to Canadian to £1. Okay. How many Canadian dollars would Jams get for $20? 20, no, not dollars. That is, I think, pounds. What is the value? Yes, what is the value in English pounds to gift for a gift Lucinda bought for $30 Canadian? Okay. Jams and Lucinda came from England to Canada on holiday. The rate of exchange, okay, £1 equals $2.50, right? £1 equals 2.50 Canadian dollars, right? So the A part is, how many Canadian dollars would Jams get for 20 pounds? Okay, so he have 20 pounds, right? So 20 pounds for 2 Canadian is 2.5 times 20. So that would be 50 Canadian dollars. Like if he have 20 pounds, that equals 50 Canadian dollars, right? Okay, next part is, what is the value in English pounds of a gift Lucinda bought for 30 Canadian dollars? Okay, he bought for 30 Canadian dollars and the rate for one is 2.5, so just divide it by 2.5, that would be 12 pounds. That means if he have 12 pounds, he will get the gift for 30 Canadian dollars, right? Okay. He bought for 30 Canadian dollars and the rate for one is 2.5, so just divide it by 2.5, that would be 12 pounds. That means if he has 12 pounds, he will get the gift for 30 Canadian dollars. Okay, let's just start with question number 19. When a person runs a long distance race, she thinks of the time she takes to run 1 kilometer, like minute 2 kilometer, rather than the distance run in 1 meter, kilometer per minute. On a training on a training on a on a training run, Judy took 3 hours 20 minutes to run 25 kilometers. What is the Judy's rate per in minute per kilometer? Right? So you have to write down the distance in minute per kilometer, right? Okay, so 3 hours 20 minutes to run 25 kilometer. 3 hours 25 minutes, right? First, just convert it into minutes. 3 hours means 3 times 60 minutes, and plus 20. 3 times 60 is 180 and plus 20. That means the total distance in minutes is, the total time is 20, 200 minutes, right? Okay, you have to write the distance in minutes per kilometer. So minutes are, kilometer is 25 and minutes are 200. So you can write minutes, kilometer is 200 minutes and the distance is 25 kilometers, right? So when you divide, it would be 25 times 8, 8 minutes per kilometer. Usually you write kilometer per hour, right? So here you convert it from minutes to kilometer. Okay, let's just do question number 20. Leo trained for the marathon. On day 1, he took 70 minutes to run 10 kilometer. On day 2, on day 10, he took 2 hours 40 minutes to run 20 kilometer. On day 20, he took 4 hours 15 kilometer to run 30 kilometer. What was Leo's running rate in minutes per kilometer? What do you think Leo's running rate in minute per kilometer might be for the 44 kilometer of the marathon? How long do you think it will take him? What do you think? So, okay, for the, you have to calculate minutes per kilometer, right? So 70 minutes to run 10 kilometers. So it would be 70 minutes over 10. For day 1, it is, on day 1, he did 70 minutes for 10 kilometer, right? That means the distance is 7 minutes per kilometer. That is for day 1. Then on day 1, day 10, he took 2 hours 40 minutes. Okay, first convert 2 hours and 40 minutes to minute, right? Because you have to, 2 hours 40 minutes. 2 hours mean you have to do 2 times 60. Just convert it to 2 minutes, right? Plus 40. 60 and 121, 60 minutes, right? And the distance covered is, I think, 20 kilometer, right? So it would be 160 minutes per 20 kilometer. So 20 times 8 is 60. So it would be 8 minutes per kilometer. Okay, then for the day 20, it is 4 hour 15 minutes. Just convert 4 hour 15 minutes to minute. 4 hour 15 minutes. That would be 4 times 60 because in 1 hour you have 60 minutes plus 15. 240. That would be 255 minutes. And the distance he covered is 30. So you have to do 250 over 30. That would be 8.5 kilometers per hour, right? Okay, the B part is, what do you think Leo's running rate in kilometer, in minute per kilometer might be for 44 kilometer? Okay, you have to do 44 kilometer, right? You have 30 kilometers. Until 30 kilometers you are given, that is 4 hours 15 minutes, right? So you have to calculate your time for 44 kilometer. So let's just assume it is 9 minutes, right? So it would be 9 times 44, that is 6 hours and, okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just start with the next lesson, that is comparing ratios. Okay, 5.10, comparing ratios. Just looking at the questions, how many questions I can go through all the questions. Okay, let's just start with question number 5. I am I will just do one part from one question, right? We can write a unit rate because we have already did this one. We have to find a unit rate. Write a unit rate for each statement. You have to divide 399 by 3, right? You will get the unit rate for 1 week. For the B part, 180 kilometers traveled in 8 hours. So you have to divide 680 over 8. You will get the distance that is traveled in 1 hour, right? Okay, for question number 6, which is the greater rate? 24 in 3 hours or 36 in 4 hours? So which is greater? Just divide them and calculate. When you divide 40 by 24 by 3, let's do question number 6a. That is a comparison of two different rates, right? 24 dollars in 3 hours. Okay, just calculate the unit rate, right? So 24 over 3 is 3 times 8 is 24. That is $8 per hour. 36 over 4, that is 4 times 9, $9 per hour. So this one is greater, right? Okay, let's start with question number 7. Okay, Delaney goes to the store to buy some mushroom soup. She finds that 110 ml can cost $1.49 and a 150 and 500 ml can of the same brand cost $4.29, which is a better buy. So you have to calculate the value for per 100 ml, right? You have to see which one is better buy, right? The first one you are given is $1.49 for 100 ml. 110 ml, not 100. $149 for 110 ml. The other one is, okay, let's just calculate the value for 100 ml, right? Just divide 1.49 by 1.1. It would be 1.3 per 100 ml, right? Same, divide 4.29 by 5. It would be 0.85 for per 100 ml. So which is better by this one because it has a lower rate? So the one that has the lower rate is better by, right? Okay, let's just do Daniele buys 110 ml can. Why might she have done this? Okay, so he bought 110 ml can, but 110 ml can is expensive, right? Maybe he don't have enough money to buy 500 ml can, right? Okay, another customer bought 500 ml can. How might you explain this? Maybe he have much money, or also 500 ml can is a bigger can. He have more family members, right? Okay, let's start with question number 8, which is a better buy. 5 grapefruit for $1.99 or 8 grapefruit for $2.99. So you have to calculate the rate, unit rate. So the one that has the unit rate, less unit rate is the best buy, right? Better buy. Let's just start with question number 8. 5 grapefruit for $1.99. Let's see which one is a better buy, right? 5 grapefruits for $1.99. So you have to divide 5 by 1.99 and the answer is 2.15 per gram, right? Then the other one is 8 grapefruit for 2.99. So 8 over 2.99 is 2.68 per gram. So which is the less value? This one. That means this is a better buy, right? This one is a better buy, right? Because in 2.68 you will get more grapefruit. So second one is a better buy, right? Okay, let's start with question number 10. Which is the greatest average speed? Just divide them by their rates, right? You can see which is the greatest. Okay, 60 over 3 is 60 divided by 3 is 20 kilometer per hour. You have to see the greatest average. Then 68 over 4 is 17 kilometer per hour. And then 70 over 5 is 14 kilometer per hour. So which has the greatest average speed? That would be option number 1. 60 kilometers in 3 hours is the greatest average speed. Okay. Okay, let's start with question number 12. In the first 9 basketball games of season, Lashonda scored 144 points. On average, how many points does Lashonda score per game? At this rate, how many points will Lashonda score after 25? Okay, first you have 9 games. In 9 games, he did 114 points, right? So 114 divided by 9 equals 12.6. That means the average score is 12.6. For A part, you have to do 114 over 9. So that means 12.6 is the average score, right? At this average score, how many points will Lashonda score for 24 games? So just multiply 12.6 times 24 because in one game he will score 12.6, right? So for the 24 games, you have to multiply the score of one game to 24, right? You have to do 24 times 12.6 and that equals 300 something, 304 points, right? Okay, the next one is question number 14. No, let's just do question number 15. Okay, let's do question number 16. A 2.5 kg bag of grass seed covers an area of 1200 meter square. How much seed is needed to cover a square park with side length of 500 meters. Okay, question number 16. 2.5 kg bag of grass seed covers 1200 meters. So, because it is a square park, right? So you have given the side length 500 meter. That means the area is 500 meters times 500 meters, right? 500 times 500. That is the area. Area is, that is the area, right? For the side length given. Okay, the question is you are given for 2.5 kg is 1200 meters square. So you have to calculate. Okay, so we're going to calculate the value for the unit ratio of grass per 1000 meter. So it will be 2.5 kg divided by 1.2 times 1000, right? So it would be 2.083 kilograms per 1000 meters square, right? So that is for per 1000 meters square. So just multiply it to 50. When you divide it by the 1000, it will be 250. So just do 250 times 2.083, that equals 520.83 kilograms, right? Okay, let's just do question number 19. A local garden nursery sells a 2 kilogram bag of plant food for $6.99. Halle decides to market her own plant food. She's going to sell it for 2.5 kg bag. What is the most Halle should sell her plant food for to undercut the competitors? How would you find out? Okay, so 6.99 2 kg bag for $6.99, right? Let's just calculate the rate. The local nursery sell for $6.99 for 2 kg bag, right? So the unit rate is 6.99 over 2, that would be 3.495 per kg, right? Okay, Halle package is 2.5 units. So let's just multiply 3.495 times 2.5. That would be $8.7. That means she should sell a maximum $8.7 per kg, right? Okay, let's just do question number 21. Tori rides his bike to school. He cycles at an average of 20 kilometers per hour. He takes Troy It takes Troy 24 minutes to get to school. How far is it from Troy's home to school? How one morning Troy is late evening. How he has 15 minutes to get to school. How much faster will Troy have to cycle to get to school on time? Explain. Okay, 20 kilometers per hour, right? So in 1 hour you have 60 minutes because you have to calculate what distance you have covered in 24 minutes. So you have to divide 24 by 60. 24 kilometers per hour. Let's just calculate the distance he covers in minutes. 24 divided by 60 because you have 60 minutes. So it would be 0 0.4 hours, right? So in 1 hour he is doing 20 kilometers. So 20 times 0 0.4 equals 8 kilometers. That means in to 0.44 kilometers he will do 8 kilometers, right? So from his school is 8 kilometers away from his house, right? One morning Troy is late leaving. He has 15 minutes to get to school. Okay, and the distance he have to cover is 8 kilometer, right? So that means he have to do 8 kilometers in 15 minutes. So 15 minutes 2 hours. 15 over 60 is 0.25 hours, right? So 8 over 0.25 is 32 kilometer per hour. That means he have to do in 1 hour he have to cover the speed of 32 kilometers, right? Usually he will do 20 kilometers, so that means if he is late he have to 15 minutes to reach there, so he have to do 32 kilometers per hour, right? Okay, so we are done with the lesson. So we are working on grade 8 math. We're working on the chapter 5 persons, ratios and rates. The lessons we have covered today are exploring rates 5.9 and comparing rates 5.10. So please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. The one I skipped, you have to try them on your own, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.